Do you want to make big silver in RavenQuest while catching massive rare fish? Then this fisher guide is for you. In this video I will show you everything you need to know about fishing, from beginner shoreline basics to expert open water challenges. How to turn your catches into serious profit. And the best part, fishing is not just relaxing, it's one of the most rewarding professions in the game when done right. So stick around till the end where I drop my top 3 tips and tricks to level up fast, fish smart and avoid costly mistakes. My name is NICoin. Let's go fishing. Alright, let's start with the basics. To catch a fish in RavenQuest you need 3 things. First, fishing equipment. This includes your rod and hook with base durability and ability boost. You will get your first starter set during the Fisher pre-quest called Raiding the Raiders, which I completed around level 13. Second, fish swarms. You can find fish swarms scattered along the coastline. Just explore a little bit, you will spot them. And last but not least, effort. Since the last patch, it now costs 10 effort to catch a fish from a shoreline swarm. Effort is a resource we usually use on our community land for things like farming, but it's now also required for fishing. You can recharge your effort by slaying creatures or completing various activities throughout the world. Check. Now it's time for us to catch our first fish together. To do this, we need to defeat the fish in a minigame. It's simple. Once the progress bar at the bottom is full, we've caught the fish. For this, we have 2 abilities to deal damage to the fish. First, Big Reel, which does 25 damage, but decreases our rod durability by 50. Our second ability is the Basic Reel, which does 10 damage, but reduces 20 rod durability. The fish can win against us if the red line breaks, meaning the red progress bar has been completed. But the good news is there's also abilities to counter this problem. You can either use the fisher net or give slack. With the fisher net we also have the advantage that the fish gets tired, causing it to receive a debuff, allowing us to deal more damage with our abilities. However, this can also reverse and the fish becomes very active, so we'll need to be particularly careful with our durability. Alright, let's catch the fish. First, we will hit it with a big reel to deal some serious damage. Now we need to watch our rod durability. The red bar. Give slack to lower it. Nice. Since big reel is on cooldown, let's go with the smaller basic reel. Oh, careful now. Watch out for the debuff. If we deal too much damage at the wrong time, the fish might escape. So now is definitely the time to use the fisher net. That way we preserve our durability and tire the fish out. Perfect. It worked and congratulations. You have caught your first fish. There's a wide variety of fish to catch. Generally we distinguish between shoreline fishing, level 1 to 10, so this is the beginner fishing, and saltwater fishing. This is like the advanced fishing, open water, everything above level 10. So the higher your fishing level, the more fish types you unlock. And important, one key factor is the rarity of the fish, because the rarity reflects the weight of the fish. The heavier it is, the rarer and harder it is to catch. So let's go catch a few more fish and take a closer look at how it all works. For example, I've now hooked a gigantic shoreline fish, a tangerine fish weighing over 10 kg, making it an artisan rarity catch. Next up we've got a large shoreline fish, a 10 fish, 11 kg in weight, which puts it in superior rarity tier. And finally a medium shoreline fish, a minnow, weighing around 8 kg, classified as high rarity. The school of fish just despawned, so let's take a look at our haul. So we've got a great variety of fish, each with different rarity levels. And now we've got 2 options. We can either have the fish cut open for potential loot or sell it directly to an NPC for silver. I would say let's take a look at the fish vendor. You will usually find them in larger harbors and they're also marked on the map. Conveniently, there's one just around the corner. Perfect, let's go. At the fish vendor, I decided to sell all my fish for silver. And we earned just around 1k silver, a little bit less. To be honest, not a massive amount, but hey, it's a solid start. Fishing becomes more and more profitable as our level increases, letting us catch rarer and heavier fish. But for that, we need to head out for the open sea, where those valuable fishes are waiting for us. Oh, but hold on, we also need to prepare for the open sea. 4 things we have to take in mind. First, unlock your boat. You will need to have your boat unlocked via a quest before you can even think about setting sail. Second, upgrade your fishing gear to at least tier 3. Don't worry, you can usually find tier 3 gear at a fair price in the auction house. It's well worth it for what's coming. Third, reach at least fishing level 20. Otherwise, it's simply not worth the trip. The fish out there won't be large enough to make the effort pay off. Trust me. More on why that matters a bit later in the video. And last but not least, effort. Again, depending on your fishing level, the effort cost increases in open water. Why? Because the potential rewards, heavier, rarer fish just scale with it. Always said, then next up, open seas, high waves and the hunt for the legendary fish. The first challenge now is to find the fish swarm. These are scattered all across the map, you just have to keep an eye out. But be careful out there, sharks, giant squids and even pirates patrol the open waters. And don't get tricked by those shoreline fish swarms anymore. Nope. We are expert fishers now and we are out here for the big ones. Eyes on the waves, rod ready, let's find the real beast of the sea. After just 5 minutes of searching, I found my fish swarm and already put the first big ones up on deck. Shoreline fish can still bite occasionally, but out here we are mainly hunting for saltwater fish. That said, fish is fish. What really matters now is hoping for high rarity, meaning those gigantic catches. Boom! Another sunfish. Currently the best fish I can catch at fishing level 20 to 30. We've now caught around 40 fish, which is honestly pretty bold. But that also means it's time to head back to the mainland. Gotta get some solid ground under our feet. Because remember, the open sea is dangerous. Other players can attack at any moment and carrying this many fish makes you a prime target. So let's head straight to the fish vendor NPC and trade our first big haul for some well-earned silver. I'm curious to see how much this haul actually is worth, because we have some big sunfish in our inventory. And boom, around 30k silver. Not bad at all, especially considering we are only at fishing level 20 and didn't use any extras like baits or something. That's some solid profit for a basic run. Just imagine what the open sea will yield with even better gear and higher fishing level. I heard that someone managed to catch the legendary big mouth flounder with a total weight of over 300 kilograms. An absolute monster fish, and it sold for around 165,000 silver. But remember, catches like that are top tier, incredibly rare and insanely valuable. Stories like these show what's possible with the right setup, patience and a high enough fishing level. Absolutely, all that sounds exciting, but let's be honest. If it were that easy, we all would be rich fishers by now. There's a darker side to open water fishing that not everybody wants to talk about. While searching for your next fish swarm, you're never truly safe. The open sea is full of hostile sea creatures like sharks, orcas and giant squids. And if that wasn't enough, pirate NPCs roam the water too, ready to strike. Now sure, you can try to fight back, but let's be honest. With our humble little fishing boat, we are not exactly geared for battle. We just want to fish in peace. And even if you make it safely to a swarm, you're often not alone. Sometimes you will peacefully share the spot with others, but other times you will get brutally ambushed. Just like in this moment. I'm mid-fishing, line cast totally focused, but something is suspicious. Suddenly attacked. Can't escape, can't fight back, and then man overboard, or rather fish overboard. Because when you die out here, you lose 50% of all your caught fish. And believe me, this isn't some rare scenario. Things get really dangerous when players from same guild start showing up one by one. That's usually a bad sign, and it rarely ends well. That's why I always recommend fishing with friends. Stick together, watch each other's back, and be ready to defend when needed. Because as a solo fisher, your chances are slim. Even sailing away fast usually isn't an option. Their ships are bigger, faster and deadlier. Oh, that's a good point. Let's talk about ships. There are 3 different types of boats available for your adventures. Fishing boat grants protection from sea creatures while fishing and giving a damage boost against fish. Merchant ship, designed for hauling multiple trade packs. Galleon, a full-on warship, built on tank and survive in combat. I personally decided to craft a small fishing boat at the shipbuilder in the harbor. But there's even more. A ship consists of 4 key components. Hull defines the ship class like fishing, merchant or galleon. Sail, increase sailing speed. Cabin grants buff to the ship. Cargo, usually cannons or for fishers extra nets. Having a well-equipped ship doesn't just boost your fishing efficiency, it also greatly improves your survivability. But be warned, ships are expensive. Even a basic setup can quickly cost around 500,000 of silver. Alright, as promised, here are my top 3 tips and tricks for fishing. First, fishing only gets truly profitable at higher levels. Be patient. Instead of stressing over making silver from small fish early on, focus purely on leveling up your fishing skill. I recommend reaching at least level 20, but ideally level 30 before heading into the open waters. Until then, stick to shoreline fishing. It's the most efficient way to level up without unnecessary risks. Second, once you're level 30, maximize your profit with baits. By this point you should have a well-equipped boat and strong fishing gear. Now it's time to start using bait. This can increase the weight of your fish by 60 to 70%, making each catch way more valuable. But remember, this only pays off if you've properly leveled your fishing skill, so don't rush it. Third, if you're just starting out, fish smart. If you're new to shoreline fishing but already have some progress in RavenQuest, at least legacy level 40, I strongly recommend leveling your fishing on Juliet Island. You can easily find shoreline swamps without being attacked by creatures, and you have the chance to fish up special runes which are needed for your journey. You will need 10 total. Collecting these early saves you from having to farm them later when it becomes a hassle. And that's it. Now you know how to master fishing in RavenQuest, from small shoreline catches to massive open water fishes. And if you want to learn how to turn your hard-earned silver from fishing into the quest token, then you should definitely check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. My name is NICoin, tight lines and safe waters adventurers.